All right, in this video, we're going to be talking about Miami of Ohio versus Ohio last night. Miami of Ohio, great team. You know what I'm saying? They officially undefeated on the season, 31-0. Great team. And it took me a while to really form my opinion about these guys. So I watched them a couple times throughout the season. And I think the reason that they're winning is because everybody is a threat offensively with or without the ball, right? Whether it's Peter Suter all the way to Elmer, everybody can score, everybody can make decisions. You know what I'm saying? They mix and match their players within their sets. Everybody's in screens, different things, and I think that's amazing. You know, shout out to Miami of Ohio coaching staff for really instilling confidence and training and working out their guys in the preseason and offseason to become decision makers and giving them, like I said, the confidence to make decisions. You know, obviously they want Peter Suter to be that guy on offense to be making the decisions, most of the decisions. But at the end of the day, you need a supporting cast, right? And that supporting cast is the kind of players that you have to worry about on the floor at all times. And here's the stats right here, right? All the way from Woolfolk to Perry, right? They only played 8 people last night. Not an extremely, deep type of bench or deep type of team, but if you look at the points, they all pretty much spread out evenly. And if you look at the bench, they only played, 19 minutes, 15 minutes, 21 minutes. Like, this is a great team. This is how you want your team statistic-wise to be spread out, right? You can see Peter Suter only had 13 points, right? And this is the biggest game of Miami of Ohio's school history. And your best player didn't even score that much. He only shot 8 times. That is a testament to how good this coaching staff is and this team is, right? So I'm going to show y'all some clips. I'm going to break it down to y'all and let y'all know and show y'all what I see. All right, so this first play, you have Elmer right here, right? He's driving the lane, right? But you also got Byers right here, who's a known catch and shoot shooter for them, right? So as he drives, they're still going to find Byers for a 3, right? Good kick out. Now you see how far he's playing off of Byers, right? He's already ready to shoot, right? Everybody is a threat on the floor. Catch and shoot. Knockdown. If you're too far off like that, it's going up and it's a knockdown. Everybody's a threat with or without the ball. You got to follow these guys. You got to play up tight on these guys. One more time. Everybody's a threat, man. Now, in this clip right here, Byers, who just hit that 3, I think he hit about 2 or 3 threes early on at this point in the game, right? So he going to swing it over here to Perry. Mind you, Perry is a freshman, right? 6'2" freshman. And he had an amazing game today, right? They're going to kick it to him, like I said, and then he's going to come up and set this flare for Byers to come off and hopefully get a 3 right here, right? But I want y'all to look. Boom. So now you see Miami of Ohio. They see that Ohio has switched on the flares, right? Guard to guard, they switched. So now, what does Perry do? He decides to take it himself all the way to the rack. Finish strong. You got to guard all of these guys on the floor. All of these guys are threats with or without the ball. Mind you, this is a freshman, right? I think he averages only 6 points a game, something like that. And he's still a threat. He still has the confidence to go down and make plays. Like I said, you got to guard everybody on the floor for this Miami of Ohio team, man. You got to guard. Let's play right here, right? You see Suter with the ball. Peter Suter is that guy, right? That's what they want, ultimately making decisions consistently. And you got Byers, the shooter over here, right? Coming off this, he's going to come off a flare. Right, he drives a little bit. Now he's going to come off that flare. Now you see the fact that they have to guard everybody on the floor, right? You got Elmo over here. He can shoot. You don't want to leave Suter, right? Now you definitely don't want to leave the shooter with the ball, Byers. So who's open? Big fella's open, right? And I want y'all to look at all this space right here to make a decision, right? He's not leaving Suter. Two on the ball. Now he's wide open. The fact that they have to guard all these guys on the court at the same time allows spacing to be beautiful for them. They can make decisions off the fly. You know what I'm saying? They could be innovative with the ball, with or without the ball, actually. You know what I'm saying? It gives Peter Suter time to be able to relax sometimes. You know, wide open pass. This is why they're so good, because everybody's a threat, man. You got to guard every single body on the floor. And in this clip right here, right, they got the freshman Perry out here, right? Then they got Atlas, and I think that's how you pronounce his name, going to come up and set this ball screen right here. And like I said, if you don't guard him, right, so they switching. They switch that screen. And if you don't guard this guy, Perry, he's going to cook you. Right? You come off, hit that three. They switching, and he hitting the three. Mind you, this game, he had 21 points off the bench. Perry had 21 points off the bench in the biggest game of Miami of Ohio school history. This guy can hoop, man. And he's coming off the bench, like I said. So as soon as he get on the floor, you got to worry about this guy and guard this guy. After he just took it to the rim, now he coming off the screen and hitting the three. Freshman. Tough, man. And this is probably my favorite player on Miami of Ohio, right? You got Elmer, right? He just had 32 points last night, played 42 minutes, shot 11 from 16 from the field, 4 from 6 from 3 with 12 rebounds. And this is not even their best player. Their best player is Peter Suter, right? So now he going in transition, right? He's 6'6", playing strong in transition. If you don't stop the ball on him, he taking it right to the rim. And it's just another body, another guy that you have to really pay attention to on the floor, with or without the ball, like I said. If he get the ball in transition, he's going to the rack. And if you don't stop it, it's a bucket. But you still got shooters on the other side, right? You still got Perry right here. He kind of hot right now. You still got Byers, who he could have really kicked it to him. You know what I'm saying? But Elmer's a hooper too. He going to take it to the rack. And one. Playing physical, 6'6", 215. You know what I'm saying? Running the floor hard. This guy's a hooper too. You're going to have to guard this guy as well. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of players that they got to guard, man, on this Miami of Ohio team. It's not that easy. It's really not. And they run simple actions too. You got Elmer with the ball right here, right? And you got big fella going up and setting his screen. And he's going to make a play. Mind you, this guy's 6'6", 215, right? Coming off the screen, popping a three. This is somebody you got to guard off the screen. You can't switch. You can't head. You can't really. This is somebody who was a great decision maker off the pick and roll at 6'6", right? See this confusion that they had right here? Ohio. You can't have that against Elmer or Miami of Ohio in general. You can't have this confusion off the ball screen because everybody is a threat with or without the ball. Cash. That's what I'm saying, man. This is a great team. It's going to be scary coming into March Madness, man. And then on that out of bounds play, you still got to watch their best player on the floor, Peter Suter, right? So you can't really see it, but they just did a cross screen. Suter came off, right? And mind you, if you look at the time and scores, 46-38, 2 minutes left in the first half. And this is Peter Suter's first bucket of the game. And one. First bucket of the game. He gets a tech right here. But this is his first bucket of the game. That best player playing in the biggest game in school history. And this is his first bucket with 2 minutes left to go in the first half. And they up 10. That should let you know how good these players are and this team is. Right? Nice cross screen. If they switch, it's a bucket, man. Everybody on their team can pass. They want to pass. Everybody don't care who scores. This is a great team, man. All right, so now in this clip, right, you got Skyjack with the ball, right? You got Byers, their shooter, and you got Woolfolk right here, right? Byers is going to come off this flash screen, try to get a catch at the three right here for a shot. And if that's not open, Woolfolk is going to come up and set this ball screen right here. And Scout Jack is going to make a decision, right? You see that flare, it's not open. Now the ball screen. Now I want y'all to look at the spacing, right? You got Elmer in the corner, right? He's not going to be able to help. You got another shooter in the corner over here. He's not going to help. And what Woolfolk is great at in this offense is setting that screen and slipping out early. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's great at, right? And also, they trust Scout Jack to make decisions. Like I said, he's a threat with or without the ball, right? So he slips out, dumps it down for the bucket, right? Woolfolk is great at slipping those screens, and you have to be able to guard that as a big fella. You got to be able to get up on that hedge and still guard that slip. And this is a tough guard. This is what I'm saying. Everybody's a threat. Everybody knows how to play basketball on this Miami of Ohio team, you know, and they all are unselfish. All right, now in this play, right, time and score, 52-48, 10 seconds left to go in the first half, right? And they got Perry with the rock. They got Woolfolk as the big man setting this screen, right? And it's sort of like a Spain action, right? They're going to have him coming up, setting that back screen on Woolfolk, man. But I want y'all to look at the decision that Perry makes off of the screen. Creating wide open three, right? Cool. Right? He should have knocked that down. He missed. But who gets the rebound? Elmer gets the rebound and puts it back up to close the half. This is what I'm saying. Right? Now look at this box out right here on Elmer on the backside. Good job making contact, but he doesn't finish the box out. Now Elmer gets the offensive rebound and goes right back up. This is what I'm saying. You got to guard everybody on this team, with or without the ball. Everybody on this team has the confidence to make plays. They know how to play basketball. They're unselfish. And more importantly, they all want to win. And these are just winning plays that you gotta guard this. You gotta box out. Now just look at this action right here, right? They got Suter at the top. All you're gonna do is just swing it over to Byers, right? And I want y'all to see how they guard this. Swing it to Byers, right? He's not all the way there on the catch, which means he could shoot it from here, right? This is his range. He's not all the way up on that catch. So what does he do? Pump fake, one dribble, three. Knockdown. You have to guard these guys, man. All of them. You have to guard all of them. The scoring is very well spread out on this team. Everybody can go. Everybody can shoot. Everybody can score. Everybody can drive. Everybody can pass. You got to be up on Byers, man. This is what he wants to do. He wants to shoot that three. All right, now on this out of bounds play, right? They just going to get it to Woolfolk in the low post. He's going to go clear out and make a play. They trust Woolfolk making a play. Right? He spaces out. Now he drives and make a good pass to the baseline of Scout Jack for the three. All right, he misses. Guess who gets the rebound? Elmer. If you don't box Elmer out, he's going to go get the board, right? Look at this box out right here from number 0 with Elmer. Non-existent. You have to guard everybody on this team. You have to cross your T's and dot your I's with this team defensively. Finish the play all the way through. Because if not, Elmer's going to get the rebound. Everybody else is going to get the rebound. They already make great passes. You know, they keep that action simple, right? Everybody can shoot, make a play. You got to finish the rebound, man. You got to finish the defensive possession, man. Got to guard everybody on this team. Now you got Woolfolk getting this post up right here, right? And I want y'all to look at the spacing. Nobody's really helping on this play, right? Look at all this room for him to operate. And this is a good post score right here, Woolfolk. That's a great move. If you put somebody small on him that can't move their feet like that, bucket. You know what I'm saying? You got to guard everybody, bro. This team is very deep. They have a lot of players off the bench. They only play 8 players, but their production is just high. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, bro, look, he's trying to dig down a little bit, but he's really trying to get back to the shooter right here, right? You still got Elmer out here. You know what I mean? It's a lot to guard. It's just a lot to guard. All right, now you got Peter Suter with the rock right here, right? He has a decision. He can dump it down to the big over here, or he has his shooter, Jack over here, right? He decides to pass it to Jack, right? Jack pump fakes, gets in the lane, plays off two, kicks it to Elmer for the three, right? That's a good shot. Look who gets the offensive rebound. Elmer goes and get the offensive rebound. This is what I'm saying. You got to guard this guy, and then you got to go box him out. You got to guard Suter kick out, and you got to guard Jack, then you got to guard Elmer, and then you got to box him out. Like, this is a team where everybody's a threat with or without the ball. This is how you want your team to be, ideally. Tough, man. And you got Jack with the rock, right? And he just going to walk the ball up and make a play from here. Watch him get downhill. Really no help. Easy layup. This is somebody you got to guard too. If you're not up on him, not able to slide your feet, you know what I'm saying? He's going to go by you and make a play. Right? You still got 4 other players on the court that's a threat offensively. This is a lot to guard. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm excited to see these guys versus, a high major team who's more physical, who's more athletic. Because the mid-major level, they are just dominant because they got so many players with confidence and that has the ability to make plays and make decisions. You rarely see this in college basketball. Somebody just walking it up and get by their defender in 2 or 3 dribbles at the rim. And this is Jack. You know what I'm saying? He's a starter, but he only had 7 points this game. You know what I mean? He had 7 points, 4 assists. Not crazy numbers, but at the same time, you still got to guard this guy regardless. All right, now things is getting hectic down the stretch, right? It's OT, 100, 102, right? 4 minutes left to go in overtime. You got Peter Suter with the rock up here, and you got Byers, right? Their best shooter on the floor, right? He's 6'8", by the way. So all he doing is setting this screen, right? And seeing if Ohio is switching, what their guard and their big is doing. Are they hedging or are they switching? Boom, so they switch. Now Suter sees that, and he's trying to take big fella off the dribble. Right, gets downhill, and one. This is what I'm saying. And Peter Suter didn't even have a crazy game this game. Right, he only had, I think he only shot 8 shots this game. Right, biggest game in Miami of Ohio school history. He only shot 8 shots and he still won. And he's still aggressive, still confident, going down the lane. This is a great team, man. I really like this team. Tied it up in overtime. All right, so the biggest play of the game, right? 107, 108, 19 seconds left to go in overtime. This is for the game. This is for the school history. This is for the school record. You know what I'm saying? They got Perry, the freshman, in, right? They got confidence in this guy. You got Byers, the biggest shooter over here. You got a Suter right here, right? So what he going to do is fake coming off this stagger screen and then go away. They want Suter to go off this down screen here. Go get the ball, right? Fake handoff at the top. So let's see what happens. Right, Suter gets it. Then he going to have that fake handoff with Perry, right? And as you see him getting downhill here, right? These guys on Ohio cannot leave. You got a shooter right here. You got a shooter right here. So when he drives this lane, they can't help. Right? And you got a blocking foul. He gets to the line. And this is what I'm saying. You got to guard everybody. They can't help. Then you got a guy like Peter Suter going down the lane, big guard. You can't stop him unless you're going to foul him getting downhill like that. This is great coaching right here, man. Shout out to Miami of Ohio staff, man. They really coached this game, man. Love to see it. Love to see it, giving their guys confidence and all that. Love to see it. So, yeah, man, like I said, Miami of Ohio is a dangerous team. And the reason why they're a dangerous team is because everybody on the court is a threat. With or without the ball, they're a threat. You got your shooters. You got your pick and roll decision makers. You got your slashers. You got your offensive rebounders. You got your post players. Like, you got everything you need and want in this offense right here on this team. Not saying that they're a perfect team, You know what I mean? But you got your guys and everything that you need. You want to play this way? Oh, I got that type of personnel for that. You want to play this way? I got a personnel for that. I got to play for this. I got a action for that. You know what I'm saying? And it's great basketball. It's amazing to watch because the coaching staff of Miami of Ohio, you could tell that they train their guys and work out their guys to be confident in games and being able to be a threat. A lot of college basketball teams, right, especially at the high major level, they recruit the 5 stars, you know what I'm saying, which they should, and they get the 5 stars in there and it's like, all right, we just going to get a ball to this guy all the time, or, you know, maybe 2 or 3 guys, you know what I mean? But Miami of Ohio has created an offense and they have the personnel where they can spread the wealth. You know what I'm saying? So you look at teams like BYU, right, with AJ DeBonster, Rob Wright, and Richie Saunders when he was there, when he was healthy. Obviously, he's injured now, but they couldn't spread the wealth, spread the scoring throughout their team like that because they had 3 studs. You know what I mean? And the other 2 guys ain't really scoring like that. You know what I mean? But with this Miami of Ohio team, everybody's a scorer. Everybody's a threat. You can't play lackadaisical off the ball with these guys. You know what I'm saying? When you get subbed in the game, whoever your matchup is, you got to know exactly what he's doing and what he's good at. Because if you're not, he's going to kill you every time. He's going to cook you. You know what I'm saying? So this Miami of Ohio team, man, is a great team to watch. And like I said, I was watching them throughout the season to form my opinion on it and see what's going on. And this is what my opinion is, man. Everybody's a threat on the court at all times, with or without the ball, man. And that's the type of team that you want. I'm eager to see how they go and play, you know, during March Madness, during the tournament. They already just sealed a amazing season for school history. 31-0, that's amazing. You don't just slip and fall into a 31-0 record, into 31 wins. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm eager to see them. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.